Praise God. Daryl McManus here with another edition of Word Break. Now, we're dealing with doors that you must keep shut. And you have to shut these doors and keep them shut. And so we're dealing with door number 1, discouragement. And this is part 3 on doors I must keep shut. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 1 says, "Therefore, since we do hold and engage in this ministry by the mercy of God, granting us favor, benefits, opportunities, and especially salvation, we do not get discouraged, spiritless, and despondent with fear, or become faint with weariness and exhaustion." That's the Amplified Classic translation. Now, let's look at it. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16 in the same translation. "Therefore, we do not become discouraged, utterly spiritless, exhausted, wearied out through fear, though our outer man is progressively decaying and wasting away, yet our inner self is being progressively renewed day after day." That's the key. You have to renew your inner self, your spirit man. You're a 3-part being. You are a spirit. You have a soul, which has 3 parts. Your mind, your will, and your emotions. And your mind has at least 3 parts. Thoughts, feelings, and affections. And I don't have time to get into spirit, soul, and body in depth, but if you don't have my book, Remodel Your Mind, Change Your Destiny, it will change your life because it deals in depth with spirit, soul, and body. So the key is to not being discouraged is to keep your inner man renewed day by day. Now, Psalm 16:11, we dealt with this last session. "Thou wilt make known to me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy." See, fullness of joy only comes in the presence of the Lord. "In thy right hand there are pleasures forever." When joy comes in, discouragement goes out. So every day the enemy's going to be knocking, seeing if that door, once you close these doors, you've got to keep them shut. You got to padlock them, throw away the key, so the devil will eventually get the message, I got to go on to somebody else's house. So we've got to maintain a high level of joy in our daily walk. Notice the Lord is present. When the Lord's present, joy is at its highest level. And the joy of the Lord, it's not our joy, it's His joy. So we got to get into His presence to get His joy. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. So we become strong and we stay strong when we stay in God's presence. This is a time where I call this my secret place. This is a time where I get daily renewed every day. I go into a place. You say, what is the secret place? The Father meets you in the secret place. That's in Matthew chapter 6. And the secret place is a place where you get alone, just you and God. I don't know where that is for you. I know where that is for me. I actually have a chair that's called my travailing chair, and it's in my secret place. You say, well, what do you do when you're on the road or you're having to stay at a hotel or something? Then I have to change my secret place. And a lot of times I'll just get into the cab of my truck and I'll crank it and I'll have worship music or whatever the Holy Spirit's wanting for that particular morning. And I shut myself in. I never go any day without getting to my secret place. That's my number one focus every day. And whatever else gets done in my life, the secret place has become my priority, and I've made it my priority through the years. So, you see, Psalm 91, beginning with verse 1 says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say," and then it goes on and on and on and on. And I say this psalm every morning before I get going for the day. Notice this verse says, "He that dwelleth," not he that visiteth, "in the secret place of the Most High." You've got to have your own secret place. And when God, you say, "Well, how do I get started, Brother Darrell?" Well, you get a place, I don't know where that may be. When we lived out in the country, renting a house out on 80 acres, it was a gazebo outside. That was a place where I could get alone with God and me. You've got to find, you say, ask God, "God, where is my secret place where I can get alone with God, just you, God, and me?" And you say, "How do I get started?" Well, you get in that place, and my suggestion to you, I've been doing this for years and years and years, but to get started, my suggestion would be, "God, I want to get to know you. Show yourself to me. Reveal yourself to me. I'm establishing this as my secret place." Now, when God sees that you have established a place where it's just you and God, then there will come a time He'll start directing you. I like this song. I want this song, or I don't want any songs. There will come a time where God will bring you into His secret place. And it's when He brings you into His secret place, the secret place of the Most High, that you'll abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And you'll begin to say of the Lord, "You're my refuge, my fortress, my God, in you I trust. Surely you deliver me from the snare of the fowl, the noisome, the perilous pestilence. You'll cover me with your feathers. Under your wings I shall trust, take refuge. Your truth shall be my shield and buckler. I won't be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 may fall at my side, and 10,000 at my right hand, but it won't come nigh me. Only with my eyes shall I behold and see the roar of the wicked. Because I made the Lord, even the Most High, our habitation, there shall no evil befall me, nor shall any plague come nigh or near our dwelling. Because we set our love upon you, therefore you deliver us. You'll set us on high, because we know and understand your name. We shall call upon you. You will answer us. You'll be with us in trouble. With long life, you'll satisfy me. Show me your salvation." Look at all of those rewards of getting into the secret place of the Most High. When you're in that secret place, discouragement will not be present. The joy of the Lord will be present. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Now, I want you to turn to Proverbs before we close today. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 5 says, counsel in the heart, or the spirit of man, is like it's like water in a deep well, but a man of understanding draws it out. Now, Isaiah 12:3, you'll say, well, a man of understanding will draw it out. Well, when you have a well, you got to have something to draw with. Well, Isaiah 12:3 tells us what it is. Therefore, with joy will you draw water from the wells of salvation. So now you are a believer. You're a believer with understanding. So begin to draw water from the wells of salvation with the joy of the Lord. And when you stay in God's presence, joy will be at its highest level, and the door of discouragement will be shut and stay shut. Until next time, this is Darrell McManus reminding you that this is the victory that overcomes the world, even your faith.